Hello my Bond Beauties. I am so excited to finally be in front of the camera for you guys again. I have taken a little mini break to deal with some house issues, some house things, and I finally cleaned out my office, and so this is my office. I'm filming in my office for my first one. I'm filming in my office and I don't really have much in the background yet. I don't even have a desk. I don't have anything. I literally just barely cleaned it out, and all the other rooms are pretty much situated, and now my house is pretty kind of in order. I am gonna call this it's in order now. It's in order. So I wanted to sit down and film because I was messing around with the LA Colors 16 color eyeshadow palette that they sent me in Sweet. And sorry if you guys can hear Rio in the next reel, it's just how it is. But I actually broke my palette, and then it ended up shattering this shade right here, and I was able to salvage some of it, so I can definitely try it out. But this is what the palette looks like. It's a bunch of bronzy shades, and these are all shimmery, glowy type of shades. So if you're not into that, you probably won't like this. This is a very affordable palette, and I think you can get it at drugstore.com. I'll find it and I'll link it down below. But this is what the palette looks like, and I was just super excited to try these because these are so incredibly soft and pigmented. And I used it today to create this kind of like more neutral eye, something that's warm, neutral, to go along with a very like dewy face, a little bit of glow on the cheeks, nude / pinkish lip. So something that I feel like could be wearable for the daytime, even if it's like a date or like work or something like that. Anyways, that's what I think. But I'm really excited to do this tutorial for you guys and show you this makeup look that I came up with. I've missed you guys. I haven't been in front of the camera for a little while, so please excuse my awkward little moments that I probably will have in this video quite a bit. But yeah, give me a thumbs up if you like my new office, yeah? So make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you guys. I post up a lot more like personal things. Well, I post up beauty related things too, but Instagram and Twitter is where you'll find more like about what's going on in my life. Facebook page is where it's like, oh, like posted up a video, this product, it's like more about beauty only. But my Instagram and Twitter, I do like to post pictures of like my family, post pictures of my house. You can see the island that my husband created or he made, built, put together. You can see kind of how I did my living room frame. So yeah, I can just blab forever because I'm so excited to be doing a tutorial for you guys. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to see how I did this look, then just keep watching. So I'm starting with this NYC primer, and I love this primer because it's pretty interesting. It feels interesting, kind of slippery. So I'm going to go ahead and put a skin tone eyeshadow on top of that with a fluffy brush to kind of set that and make everything on top kind of stay put. And then I'm going to be going into my LA Colors Sweet palette, and I'm using this shimmery cream shade and putting that on the lid and in the inner corner to really brighten up the eye. I want this eye to be very neutral and very like light. And then I'm putting this bronzy mid-tone shade on the outer half of the lid, and I'm lightly packing that onto the lid. And then I'm going to get into these 3 dark shades, and I'm going to gently start working that in the outer V, making a V in the outer corner of the eye. This is going to be very, very, very gentle. It's just going to add a tiny bit of dimension. And then I'm going back in I'm going into this coppery shade and putting that in the outer half of the lid just to add a little bit of copperness. Then I'm getting into this bronzer, and it's going to really darken up the eye. Now, if you have an eyeshadow this color, you don't need to use a bronzer, but I'm using a fluffy brush to get a shade that's a little bit darker than my skin tone. And then I am going to be putting that cream shade right underneath the brow and then using this white shade right in the inner corner to really brighten it up. Then I'm just blending everything together and going to my face. You guys know I like this Pore Eraser by Maybelline. It's my favorite. So I'm putting that on the face, and then I'm mixing 2 foundations to give me a sort of fresh look. I want my skin to be fresh but not super dewy, so I'm mixing the Lumi with the Covergirl Outlast. I'll link everything off down below if you are wondering which ones they were. I don't know, maybe I went too fast. It's okay. Check the description. Then I'm going to conceal, and this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. It's a very light concealer, light coverage, light consistency, right underneath the eye, and making a V to kind of brighten at the same time. And then I'm just blending that out with a brush. Then for my powder to kind of set that, I have been loving the NYC Loose Powder, the Smooth Skin. It gives me such a flawless finish. It looks so incredibly nice. And then of course I contour. So here are the 2 shades that I'm mixing together from the Sculpt and Glow palette from BH Cosmetics. I like to really sculpt out my cheeks. And then I am going to be using a bronzer as kind of like a blush. And I love this one from e.l.f. because it's very glowy but really subtle. So it just gives me a glow, you'll see. It kind of gives me a glow and makes my skin look a lot more fresh. And then I'm going to use a blush. So this is the Cabo Cabana blush from the Mineral line. So then I'm using that coppery shade mixed with a darker bronze right underneath the lower lash line. And I'm just using kind of like a blending smudge brush. Then these are the 2 eyeliners I'm using. I'm using a black in the tight line and a brown in the waterline because it gives me the effect that I want. It's not too harsh. Brown isn't as harsh as black, so I really like that, and it kept it natural. Then I'm mixing 2 mascaras, which I've been totally loving. It's a waterproof mascara by LA Colors, and it's the Bloom mascara by Covergirl, and I just feel like this gives my lashes volume. It keeps my lashes curled all day, and I've really been liking these 2 together. Then for my lips, I'm going to be mixing 2. So I'm first putting on the Bare It All from Wet n Wild. And then on my lower lip, right in the center, I'm using this Wink Pink that I tend to call Mink Pink for some reason. And I'm putting it right on the lower lip. And it's just going to give me a tiny bit of shine and make it a little bit more pink so it's not so like dead looking. And that's the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. Liked this video, give it a thumbs up if you are excited to see me back, if you like my new outfits, if you liked this video, and make sure to check out my blog because I will have pictures on my blog. I will show you or tell you guys what products I used. I'll link them in my blog. There will be pinnable pictures so you can pin it and save it to your Pinterest so you can try later. And yeah, so check out my blog, BONDBEAUTYFUL.com. Go say hi, go support me, and yeah. Don't forget, beauty comes from within, so make sure you let yours shine. I love you guys. Have a happy Wednesday. Be patient with me. I'm coming back, but it's like a slow thing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.